This video was provided by the Alzheimer and Parkinson Association of Indian River County.
Hello, my name is Courtney Sanchez, and I'm the Director of Programs for the Alzheimer and Parkinson Association. And today, we're going to be doing an Autumn Arts and Crafts project. Now, this project is using simple items that you can find in your home, and you can either do this with your loved one, or you can each do your own project together as a team. It's totally up to you. Now, for today's project, what we're going to be doing is creating a masterpiece for autumn using very simple supplies like a piece of canvas, or if you like, just a regular sheet of paper, a few paints, preferably autumn colors, a paper plate, some glue, and some leaves. Now, for this project, I'm actually going to be using some silk leaves. You're welcome to use silk leaves. They are going to be easier because we're going to be using them as stamps for the project. However, you're welcome to use real leaves. Down here in Florida, in Indian River County, we don't have a lot of autumn leaves, so that's why I'm forced to use silk ones. But if you happen to live up north and you have some of your own, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure those leaves are fresh, because if they are dried, they will deteriorate as you start to use them. So just be careful on which ones you select. You can use whichever leaves that you like, or all of the same. I chose a few different ones for this project, as you'll see. And so let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your paints. Make sure you shake them up real good. What you're going to do is you're going to just put a little blob of paint on your paper plate, just enough that we're going to be able to press the leaf into to make a stamp. Make sure you shake them up real well. So what the colors I chose today are red, orange, yellow, and brown. Those are the traditional fall colors. So those are the ones we chose to use today. All right, and once you're done getting them on your paper plate, and you're just making a few circles for each, and I'll hold it up so that way you guys can see about how big I did my circles. That's it. Now, if you don't want them to be too messy, what you're going to do is grab a pair of gloves. That's what I'm doing today. But if you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty, then that's fine too. So once you get your gloves on, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure your piece of canvas is ready. And now there's two ways you can do this. You can either use a paintbrush and paint the paint onto your leaves to then use them as a stamp, or you can just stick your leaves right into the paint, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a few leaves, and we're going to make sure it's nice and coated with paint all around. Make sure it's nice and good in there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take your leaf that's now coated in paint, and you're going to press it onto the canvas, just like you would a stamp. And the great thing is now that you have your leaf with one color, you're just going to keep on doing that. And you can press it all the way around, give it a good variety. All right, now let's try another color. Let's go with orange. Orange is a nice fall color. All right, once you have your leaf nice and coated, same thing, you're just going to press it to the canvas or the piece of paper to use like as a stamp. And to add a really cool effect, what you can do is you can actually overlap some of the colors, so that way it looks like the leaf was multiple colors, which is very realistic, because in autumn, we know leaves aren't just one solid color, they tend to be multiple colors. All right, now we're gonna go with red. All right, maybe add in a little brown on the edges. All right, wonderful. Same thing, just press on the canvas, nice and easy, as a stamp, lift, and press again. All right, now we got a good variety of color all around. And now the best thing to do, something that would make it and give it a 3D effect, is actually use the leaves, either that you've used for the stencil or fresh ones, and actually glue them to the canvas. So that way it gives it that 3D effect and it looks more realistic. So I'm gonna just take off this glove here that's coated in paint, and all you need for that is some simple Elmer's glue, and just put a nice big amount on the area where you want your leaves. And then that's going to act as an adhesive for the leaves that you just used for your project. And then in the long run, what it's going to do is it's going to give it a nice 3D effect, which is going to make it look even more realistic. And even if it doesn't come out perfect, it's okay, because it's unique to you. That's the best part. And then what you have is a nice little art piece to put on display for autumn. Isn't it great? And what you can do is you can even do this with a variety of a bunch of different leaves. And real ones would make it even more close to home, even if they were picked in your backyard. What an awesome project for autumn. Nice and simple, short and sweet, and something great that you can do with your loved one, even if they do have different stages of dementia. This is a nice, easy project that would set them up for success. Thank you so much for joining me today. We hope all of you have a wonderful autumn, and take care.